Hey everybody, good evening, good morning. This camera went wild on me. It took a turn for the left. Let's see if we can get it back. Hi camera, this way. Oh my God. Things I have to go through. Okay, there we are. I got a camera has a mind of its own, folks. Hope everybody's having a great day. Oh my Lord, what a day. What a day, what a day. So let's start off by greeting everybody today. Actually, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to another live edition Tom Sakali Mafia Roundtable. There we go. I got thrown off. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, what happened? The camera's facing that way. Probably saw a fly or something. But you see, it moves with me. There you go. Oh, my God. Anyway, All Star, what's up, wise guy? What's going on? So, Francisco, hello. How are you? Scully, All Star says governments are worse than the mafia. They could break every rule. Oh my God. Wait till we get into this. Anthony Michael. Cynthia, hello. How are you? Oh, what's that? What are you doing back? Do you know how much Dom gives back? Thank you. Cynthia, if you want me to block, you know what? So I see you're getting aggravated, Cynthia. Bye-bye. We're going to block them. Oh, let's see. That's it. Done. So, Johnny Privalone, what's up? Scully, Nancy, hello, how are you today? Shay, well, it's John, Raphael, Giles, Viral, what's going on? Giles again. John, RL380, 77 The Truth, what's up? Big Lord, what's going on? Greetings from Vancouver, BC, Canada, in the house. There we go. There we go. Vincent Mueller. Oh, I already feel Maddie's playing with the AC again. So, you know what? We'll just crank it up even more. That's why we have the apps. That's all. She better get us a sweat jacket or something. James, what's up? What's going on? El Dorado. Jeff looks older. Yeah, well, Susan, hello. Drew, what's going on? Arizona in the house. So, Tony, what's going on? Hey, Dom, does Ace Aiello have any real money to his name? Did he invest or is he coming home to nothing? He's probably coming home to nothing. He's been locked up a while. So, we'll see. We'll see if his brothers take care of him. We'll see what Michael Washwoman Mancuso does. Anyway, tonight we're going to go into with the government, what they're about, what they're doing. I gotta say, Trump is definitely 100% gangster. 100% gangster. You could tell he's a New Yorker. Oh my Lord, the man. Guy, what's up? What are you doing? Dom, what's up? Jeff Nadeau emailed me. He wants all my Bronx stories. What do you think? LOL. You know what? If he wants to pay for it, give it to him. Give it to him. So, it's up to you, brother. It's up to you. Jeff's, I'm not even going to say it. No, leave it alone. Samuel, Dom. Great diversity for the audience and keeping it real. Always, without a doubt. Cynthia loves her President Trump. Yeah, but sometimes his antics are stone cold gangster, stone cold mafioso, without a doubt. So, without further ado, as James Proctor would say, let's get ready for this show. Now, folks, there's two companies, NVIDIA and AMD. AMD is called Advanced Micro Devices. They trade on the stock exchange. They're chip companies for AI. NVIDIA's basically the largest company in the world, valued over $4 trillion. AMD's up there as well. Now, with all these tariffs, let me, Mr. Bombastic, thank you for the contribution. Greatly appreciated. With all these tariffs concerns, with AI going to China, what Trump did with these companies, they have to pay 15% of their revenue shares to sell AI chips to China. Could you believe that? They have to pay 15%. What happened to, now they're massive companies, they could absorb that, no problem. But if that's not a shakedown, I never committed a crime in my life. That is 1000% a shakedown. And we'll go through the language they use. It is really, it's disgusting. To put it simple, it's legal because the president has broad trade powers, but it's unprecedented enough that even big investors and policy analysts are uneasy. Some are outright calling it government shakedown with a pen. They're totally correct, and they're incorrect. They're correct with the wording, but they're incorrect. It's extortion. It's extortion, folks. There's no way to put it, no way to say it. It's extortion. Whatever happened, you mean to tell me if I build something, I patent something, I create something, I can't sell it unless I'm taxed? Come on. Come on. You know what? If you want to charge tariffs, but they have to give 15% up of their sales, which is probably cheaper than the tariffs at the end of the day. But wow. Then we wonder why all these companies go to different countries to build products, to build things. You know, that's the scary part. That's the scary part. You know, this government is just, they are the mafia. Without a doubt, they are the mafia. They could do what they want, when they want, how they want. Look at Pelosi with her stock trades, just getting inside information. Nothing happens to them. They all stick together as one, which is really, it's egregious. It's disgusting. You know, we could go into taking cause, the Fifth Amendment. Claims forcing companies to pay 15% of their sales revenue as a condition for doing business constitute as taking of property. Taking of property without just compensation. Folks, without just compensation. So what's the government doing? What are they doing to earn this? Basically, that's what they're saying. The argument against it is the government isn't seizing goods or banning export. It's demanding portions of a profit. Demanding, you see what they say? No, it's extorting. It's extorting. Because we do it in the mafia, we tax somebody on something. It's extortion. So we're taking out, you know what? We're taking out percentage because we're protecting them. We're protecting their job sites from vandalism. We're making sure, since the cops could only do so much, which in reality, that's true, we might have some guys put the word out. This company's around us. So now we go to the owner of the company. You know, you're building in a bad area. Everybody knows the job's with us, so nobody's going to bother you. We want 20%. We want 15%. We want 10%. They call that extortion, folks. Same thing. Same thing. But the only difference is they do it with a suit and tie. You know, it's crazy. It really is. Let's go to the other notes. And then the argument is you can't export your chips, but only if you give us 15%. It's the same. You can speak freely, but only if you pay. Really, it's unbelievable. License as a privilege. No, license, you know what? And I tend to disagree with it. Yeah, licenses are privileges, but when you're talking about company, you know what? A license is another tax. A license is to make sure you're compliant with everything. A license is to govern, it's to control, it's to make sure you're meeting the standards of quality, whether it be physical, whether it be product wise. That's what licenses are there for. A license is not a privilege. It's it's part of doing business. It's to ensure you're getting quality. That's what a license. We're not talking a driver's license. That's a privilege. But a license to build a chip and to ship, the license is to make sure it's quality. And they're following the rules and regulations. So we could go into this. They argue that companies have no right to sell AI chips to China. Why? Why? Why shouldn't they have the right to sell them to China? They do. They should have a right. Maybe put a listen. We're advancing so fast; it's not even funny. The chips we have out now probably are obsolete to the ones they already have manufactured already, but they have to be ahead of the game. That's the way it works, folks. So if we put the chip out, we get the chip, wait 6 months, then release it to China. So there'll always be 6 months and greater behind. And that's it. That's an easy plan. That's an easy fix. Only privilege is granted by the US, who can come up with any conditions the government deems fit. Then you wonder why companies go overseas to open up. It's total BS, folks. Revenue share equals regulatory fees. They refrain from they they refrain the 15%, not as a tax but as a regulatory fee, for monitoring compliance and offset national security costs. That's BS. That's BS, folks. That's a total crock. That's the way they get away with. Well, we're saying this is national security. Oh boy, they got more game than Parker Brothers. That's for sure. You know what? It really is. That is definitely a shakedown. Just like with back in the day, Mafia had the illegal numbers. Why is it illegal? You know why it's illegal? Because we didn't pay taxes. The people that won didn't pay taxes. So they say it's illegal. But yet the government then takes our numbers, our system, and they create it, and they have people pay taxes. But let me tell you something, Powerball, all that derived from the mafia. Okay, our thing we had going on back in the day. So you know what? We paid out. This they have. So we have, say, $100 million as the pot. Somebody wins it right away. 50% comes off the top. Another 50% for taxes. 37% for taxes. At the end of the day, on the 100 million, what are you walking away with? $40 million, and the rest, where does it go? Who knows? But they say it goes to education and roads, and it's a bunch of BS, folks. It really is. It's a bunch of BS. So we did the numbers. They made it legal. Well, even marijuana, they made it legal now. Like people got life sentences for selling marijuana in the state of New York. Now it's legal. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even hard money loans, if you look at it, we loan shark, they lock us up. And they lock us up because main reason, because guys who are in the life are just, most of them are buffoons, and they'll threaten people to get the money. They'll harm people. I know, I've done it. I've done it. So basically I'm a buffoon as well. But at the end of the day, with the government, they did hard money loans. Not even the government, just state and everybody. You could do a hard money loan. You can only charge this percent. Okay, they charge this, the percent. They max that out, but then they hit you with filing fees, this fee, that fee. Comes out to basically the same thing. So it's just really, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But you know what? We do live in a great country. Can't knock that. Trump is 100% gangster. You know what? He's looking out for this country. He's tariffing, putting that out there. Hopefully, they take that money and apply it towards the debt to bring down the debt. knock down that deficit we have, because at this point it's just a Ponzi scheme at this point, folks. Just a Ponzi scheme. We need more money. Okay, Treasury Department, start printing, print more, print another $2 trillion, put 2 trillion more of the paperbacks in the market. That's all it is, folks. This is the biggest Ponzi scheme the world has ever seen. But people, they're sheep. They walk with blinders. They don't see it. That's why crypto is going to take over. That's why crypto is going to take over. So, and the laws should work for everybody, not just for politicians, not just for judges and prosecutors, assembly people. It should work for everybody, the hardworking people of society. And, I tend to disagree. There's other ways to skin a cat. But, if they find their ways through the loopholes, and they take advantage of it. But, and it said too, even if NVIDIA and AMD tried to go after them, file an injunction, they can't beat the government, because the government's going to say it's national security, and that outweighs everything. They'll come up with whatever story they may, especially with the AI chips, they're too advanced, or they're going to use them against us. National security, and that oversees everything. So, you just can't play around. So, why? At the end of the day, NVIDIA and AMD did the right thing. They're paying up. They're corking up their fee. But if this was somebody in the streets doing this, oh my Lord, prosecutors would be on with a RICO case like that. But, at the end of the day, nothing anybody could do. Government, endless resources, endless amount of money. They print it. They have the casino and they have all the cash. So at the end of the day, you can't beat them. Cannot beat them. So I don't care how rich you are. You could be Elon Musk. You're not going to beat them. You're not going to outspend them. So, and then they'll come up with national security or treason or something, so to knock them down. And then that's it. Can't beat them. Definitely can't beat them. So how do you people feel about that? Let's see. Let's go back. First off, let me see if I missed anybody. Fan funding. Nope. We got everybody. Making sure that. Live chat again. Emmanuel Dom, if you were still with the Bonanno family, how much juice would you hit with if I asked you for a $20K loan today? Emmanuel, that wasn't my thing. I didn't lend money. That's not my stick. Reason being, I'm too soft-hearted. Like, I'm too good-hearted when it comes to giving people money. So it wasn't my thing. I'd probably send you somebody like Ace, Anthony Aiello. He'd be the guy. So thank you for the contribution, Mr. Bombastic. Thank you. Appreciate it. So that's not my thing. Johnny Privalone, the hardworking union man, gets effed every week by Uncle Sam. You know what? That's another good thing. That's why I say Trump is gangster. He did the right thing. He put in the bill where overtime does not get taxed. I know when I was in the union, Local 7, Tile, Marble, and Terrazzo out in Jersey, that overtime, you get crippled with taxes. So that's a good thing, because you're working long days, you're putting in the hard work, and to have Uncle Sam rape you, that's bad, but that's a good thing. Guy says 3 points. Emmanuel, guy has $20K for you, 3 points. Johnny Privalone. Oh, okay, I read that one. Nancy Nicole. That's why the Justice Department busted Sean Combs to get his money through RICO forfeiture. Probably that's why they charged him with RICO forfeiture, and that's why they blew the case, because they overshot their load with that. But at the end of the day, can't fight them. They're definitely going to get that pound of flesh. Don says 170 countries have tariffs on the U.S., but when the U.S. does it, we're the bad guys. No, we're not. I agree with the tariffs, but I don't agree You know what? NVIDIA and Advanced Micro Devices should have been hit with tariffs, not a fee, not a fee to sell. Well, it should have been hit with something, but to give up, that's a lot. I'm sorry, that's where they're wrong. And I agree, what Trump is doing is right. We should never trade at a loss. That's for sure. We should never trade at a loss. Why? Why? We don't have to. We don't have to. This is America. We're not a third world country where it's a must. We have to trade these products. So do what you have to do, even if we have to lower our prices. No, this is America. So I agree with that. Tariff, tariff, tariff. Get that money to come back, but make sure it goes towards the deficit. That's the thing. That's the key. Alexandria, thank you for your contribution. It's greatly appreciated. Emmanuel says, Guy, that's way better than most credit card companies. Oh, no, no, no. Guy's talking about that 3 points every week. Every week. It comes out to a lot more than a credit card. That's for sure. Mr. 40, Trump did real estate business with the gangsters and building Trump Towers. The Bonanos were not part of it because of the whole Diane Brasco fiasco. No, Trump eluded the gangsters. Trump was smart when he built out in, let me start, I don't want to miss this. Alexandria, thank you for the contribution. Hello from Fort Lauderdale. Love the vibes. Well, thank you. Thank you that you're coming on the show. It's greatly appreciated. Let me tell you something about Trump, and I know this for a fact. When he was building an AC, what he did was stop the job, lack of funds, and filed bankruptcy. He wound up paying 10 cents on the dollar. It was about maybe three quarters of the way through with the job. Files bankruptcy, 10 cents on a dollar paid. You know how many companies went out of business, went bust because of that? But he found a loophole with the law, was able to do it, get away with it, and they built the Trump Towers down there, or whatever it was called, in AC, Trump Resort. So, he's a shrewd businessman. You can't take that away from the guy. Shrewd businessman. A lot of people say it's a dirty move. It's part of business. Part of business. Patrick, thank you for your contribution. Patrick says, to heck with Governor run for president. Make big changes. You're a guy with nuts big enough to actually drain the swamp. Oh, listen, I'll definitely drain everything. So that's why we're running for governor here in the state of Florida. Once I get a clemency, if I ever get the damn clemency, I'm going to run. I am definitely going to run, and we're going to correct a lot of the wrongs that are going on. We're going to give back to the people, do the right thing, and we're going to make a move. We're going to make a powerful move. People, look in the description. Check out the link. Check out the video we did. It's about the Bronx growing up. It's part 1. So check it out. Hope everybody likes it. Also, go to, in the link too, below that, you have The Perfect Crime Family, my book. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. I already know with the limited editions. I got them here. Going through the paperwork to get the rest of the books out. Just bear with me. You're getting an extra gift in the box for the longer wait. Sorry about that. Just swamped. We have in the link, Franchise Wines. Go check it out. Put the promo code DOM15. You got 15% off. And the nice part of it, you order 4 bottles, which they're reasonably priced, especially with 15% off. It's even better price. 4 bottles, shipping's only $1. So it's actually cheaper to have it shipped than go to a liquor store. So try it out. You'll like it. The wine's really, really good. My pomegranate should be here in another 5 days. Just got the email. So we'll try that. Who else do we have? Let's see. Big says, Dom, I'm missing a good story on Sally Daz and his family. Where? Where's the story? Where? Big what are you talking about? I'm missing a good story on Sally Daz. Oh, you want me to tell the story? Is that it? Big Nancy says, Why can't I get The Perfect Crime Family on Amazon Kindle? It's not on Amazon Kindle. You have to buy it's either paperback or in hardback. So, oh, so Big Arms wants the story. Big Arms, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Just might be coming. Maybe that's what we're putting together. A massive, massive story. We'll see. Mr. Bombastic, thank you again. Dom, you remember my boy Vito? What's that? Poldudo passed away. Was like my brother. I met you over 15 years ago or so. We're younger, off topic, but I had to ask. Vito. Oh, I don't know, but if you want, hit me up in my email. The email's in the description below. And I'll reply. We could talk offline. Uh, if we're talking about Vito from the neighborhood, yes, who's around Big Jimmy McManus. So, Franchise interview was great. Thank you. Thank you. I felt Michael and I hit it off real well. So we'll see if there's any future, maybe things coming out with Michael and myself. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, yes. So you really think we could crush whatever we do. I definitely think we complement one another, without a doubt. Philly Bob says, Dom, you're the man. We appreciate everything you're doing for all of us. Thank you. And people, OCN, the gaming app, it's in beta phase. I know Cynthia has a bunch of things. I didn't get to the email yet, Cynthia, but please send it to the email link Lee put out. I can only do so much and attend to so much. He's on top of it because the game will be released probably, I'd say, sometime next week. So Justin, Franchise interview was fire, as well as the Bronx video. Bought some OCN after the video, picked up some XRP too. Thank you. Thank you, Justin. If you were a holder, Justin, from the beginning, and you bought more, hold everything because there's a match program that whatever you bought, we'll match it 1.5 times. So it's just to give back to you people. Guy says, Dom, you miss playing a good game of basketball at St. Benedict's. Absolutely, Guy. Absolutely. I do miss balling back in the day. So, but what can you do? Everybody gets old and, now I can barely walk. Just joking. But, yeah, no, I definitely miss that without a doubt. In the jacket, Dom, Eli Lilly jumped 23 today. Are you still holding? No, I got rid of it. I dumped yesterday. I sold yesterday. Yesterday was up, I think, 21, 24. I took a nice profit. So I tried actually buying it back today. My stupidity. I tried getting in $1 lower than it was going for, hoping, and I missed out. And then it took off, and I was like, oh, son of a gun. But you know what? It just wasn't meant to be. However, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. So there's nothing you could do. That's it. It's going up too. I think even in the aftermarket. Let's see what aftermarket looks like. I think it's popping again, but it still has a lot of room to run. Lot of room to run. Let's see. Eli Lilly. Aftermarket's up $2. What I did buy today was Snow. SNOW. Snowflake Ink. I bought that up because it has been hit hard these last few days. And I think it's going to recover well just before earnings, and I'll probably sell it. I don't know. I might hold it. We'll see. See how I feel, how much I'm up, if I'm up. Craig, Dom, the biggest part of hitting it off with Michael was when you explained how you never did shakedown to civilians in the biz. He even said he was the same way. I think that really hit home with him. Well, that was the truth, though. That was the truth. It just wasn't my style. I didn't feel like you take advantage of innocent people. And I was always like that. Always, always like that. Philly Bob, Dom, it was a great way you were talking the streets, all the street games you used to play. It brings back a lot of memories. Yeah, you know what? I forgot to mention, listen, we play at night, we play Manhunt, Johnny on the Pony, Ring Illyrio. it was just different. Skullsy, another game that we drew on the ground with the boxes with bottle caps. Played wiffle ball. In my building, we had seasons: wiffle ball, football, pixie ball with the pixie footballs, hardball, stickball, stoop ball, pea shooting season. We get the big thick straws, get the lima beans, and have pea fights. Paper clip season, get the rubber bands, boom, paper clips. We were always doing something. So it was just kids being kids. Nowadays, it was disgusting seeing the streets empty, empty. You see the park empty. And for all you clowns out there, oh, Dom was there wee hours of the morning. You see video? It's afternoon, folks. Afternoon. Granted, I'm not going to go, hey, I'm here to everybody. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not looking for trouble or for an altercation. If I could avoid it, I avoid it, especially places that I know something could happen. So, but it was all good. And this is to a lady. I just blocked her finally from New York. I went to school with her, Patricia. She is so hateful because I stood her up. I would never go with her. Um, she has become so hateful. When somebody absorbs so much hate, she has aged so badly. Patricia, let it go, honey. Let it go. Let it go. You just get over it. Get over it. You just, and it just shows the way you act, the way you speak. Like, dang, that's why. That's why. And really, you're harboring so many ill feelings. You've aged. Look at you. It's like, oh my Lord. You look like you're 90. Like, stop, relax, calm down, let the hate out of you. Let the hate out of you. So people don't like ugly and it's affecting you. So I wish you the best as always. And, I'm sorry I hurt you, but, we were kids and you just weren't my cup of tea. And obviously now the way you act, I definitely made the right choice. So with that said, Lee Montoya, love the content, Big Dumb, and like always, Utah. We got Utah in the house. Thank you, Lee, for coming on. James, 3064, Dominooch. Love what you're doing, going back to the old neighborhood, giving everyone a look in the old school NYC culture, Italian American culture as well. Great production value. All the best, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I hate when this skips. Oh, Mr. Bombastic, thank you again for the contribution. Thank you. You listen, you don't have to, I read everything, so but it's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Susan says, Dom, what school you like better, St. Teresa's or St. Benedict's? Excellent question, Susan. I like St. Benedict's much better. Now, St. Teresa's, I like St. Benedict's by far. You know why? It was more family. It was more family. It was more structured. They had more programs for after school activities, intramural sports. It was more geared for substance, where St. Teresa's didn't have that curriculum. And I like the fact from 6th grade to 8th grade, yes, we went in, I think at 7:30 our classes start as opposed to 8 o'clock, 8:30 in other schools. But we were out of school by 1:30 in the afternoon as opposed to 3 o'clock. So that's what I like. I would take the bus or play basketball, but at 1:30 you're out and you have the whole rest of the day. It was great. I loved it. I loved it. Really good school. So I say St. Benedict's by far. And then we had, listen, I had really good friends there. Chris Warpole, Chris Jennings. Those I would say were my two best friends, Richard Hughes. And we had so much fun, so much fun. It was just comical. We really had a good time. And then we can't forget my two secretaries, Jill and Christine. So, oh my Lord. Good time. Even Lewis was there. We used to call him Uncle Louie, Louis Lombard Inglesi. That was Fat Gigi's son. He was in my class too. So we had a lot of fun with him as well. So, Cynthia says, Dom, oh yes, Patricia, we know her here, very evil. Yeah, but that's because she felt I should have went with her, but nah, ugly person, ugly, ugly. Lefty, nobody goes outside anymore. Kids don't do anything outside, just stay inside screen. And that's where they're losing the substance. They're becoming zombies to this. Zombies to this. And it's sad. It's really sad. Ronnie, everyone pick a hit. Oh, everyone hit that like button. Hit the like button. So, Grasso, Dom, my first dirt bike was an XR75. Also, mine was silver. Did you have a silver or a red? I had the red one. I didn't even know there was a silver one. I had the red one, XR75. Then I had a YZ80 that never ran. The engine was seized. It was yellow. And I had a CBS 125. It was a street bike. I bought it with the YZ80. My grandmother gave me $125 to buy it. Bought it, and I could tell you stories with that bike. But Guy says, Dom, where are you, Guy? You just skipped on me. Hey, Jamie Sakala, how are you? Thank you for the contribution. I appreciate it. Guy, I don't know where you went on me. Oh, there you go. Guy says, Dom, you missed Stars roller ring skating back in the day. Lots of fun. Oh, that was great. Now there's, I think, a big warehouse. There's something there. It's massive. A Guy, you remember, right by Stars roller rink, they had the Howard Johnsons. And then you had St. Helena's and Monsignor Scanlon, the high school, by the Whitestone Cinemax. Used to be the Whitestone Drive, and now it's, I don't know, a mall, shopping center. We would buy there too. So I went by St. Raymond Cemetery. I paid respects to, I had to pay respects to my grandparents. That was the first time I was there to see both of them together. And then I paid respects to another friend of mine that passed away. Tragic. And you'll see it in the videos that are coming out. Anthony Michael, I love going back home. It's like going back in time. Absolutely. The only difference for me around Hazel Towers, Mulford Avenue, Frog's Neck, the trees they're grown, but nobody's trimming them, pruning them back. That's the only difference, which they should, because, it's just, to me, everything's just too condensed. It feels smothering in that sense, but it was nice. It was nice. Lee Montoya, if you had $100 million, would you invest it or put it in a 12-month? I would invest. I would invest, put some, I don't know. I'd invest. Properties are always good too. Michael G. Dom, did Michael say if he even met Big Ernie or he knew him? No, Michael knows him. I don't have Ernie sitting down with him. I'm sitting down with him. I don't have Ernie sitting down with him, that's for sure. No, Philly Bob says, Dom, you look like you were good at look. You were a good athlete. You should have played more sports in school. Listen, Philly Bob, I played everything in school. Where I messed up was going to Lehman High School. That was the worst thing I've ever did. But, I'm here. So I love my sports. Love my basketball and then baseball. Craig, Dom, technically, and cell phones are making people all turn into what we call the hives mentally. Like a beehive, everyone acts the same. Absolutely. Lefty says, it's the jacket. I am clear-headed, trying to stay back being myself. You know what, folks? If you look at the photos, too, with the burgundy sweatsuit that's in the beginning, that's 20 years later, we reconstructed the same shot. But my guy, give it to Mike, did an excellent, excellent job. So thank you. Thank you again. Dan F., I own the motorcycle shop. I sell parts for XR75s. Now it's called CRF 11110 everyone wants. All right. I always have bikes. Love my bikes. Big Arm says, Big Dom, what have you heard of Vinny before you met him? I just heard from jail when Bruno was talking to Funzy. Bruno was like, "Oh, I got Vinny B. I'm gonna meet up with Vinny," and Funzy's like, "Yeah, he's a big heroin dealer that, he makes money. Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm gonna hook up with him." That was Bruno's mentality. But they hit it off. All the personalities got along, without a doubt. DJ Simply Nice. I had a small Yamaha YSR50. Drove it around Pelham Bay back in the day in the late 80s. Yeah, me too. Me too. I drive it on the streets, And if the cops came back by Hazel Towers, folks, where you see all the fence in the video, none of that fencing was there. So I could go through the chains. It was easy. It was easy to escape the parking lots. You get away easy while cop cars can't go through certain areas. I knew all the backyards to go through, and really, it was fun. Russell, Dom, did you have to go against other gangsters, like fight or? I don't know what you're talking about with that. People, hit that like button, please. Hit the like button. Dom, you mentioned Bobby. I don't know which one you're talking. Harlem, my father, but from Fudgies and Scarsdale, Central Avenue, very big club back in the day. Did you ever go to Fudgies? No, I did not. Craig, Dom, the original burgundy sweatsuit photo, a slice of pizza was $1.25, and now it's around $4. Listen, Craig, I'm going to tell you, I used to go. It was a pizzeria. If anybody knows where Vito's Men's Shop is, on that corner, if you're going from Vito's Men's Shop now to the train station, on the corners was Five Brothers. On the other side of Vito's Men's Shop was a pizzeria called Belvedere. And I kid you not, 15 cents for a slice, 20 cents for a Sicilian. That's the square, thick one. 15 cents a slice. That was the cheapest pizza in the neighborhood. We had Belvedere's, we had Five Brothers, we had Crosby. Those were the three original pizzerias there. 15 cents for a slice. I think in Five Brothers, it might have been 25 cents for a slice. Same thing at Crosby's, 25 to 30. But Belvedere's was 15 cents a slice. So beat that one. Beat that one. Susan, Lehman High School is horrible. Susan, did we go to school together? And if so, was it St. Let me see, Susan. Was it St. Benedict's? Philly Bob, Dom, Bronx video really looks good. Can't wait to see the next one. Well, thank you. Thank you. Russell, did you have to hit the other crime family members? No. No, I never did. Never did. Almost. Lefty, Emmanuel was my gift to my father was dying, didn't get it, passed, so he can't amount. Okay. People, we're going to start wrapping it up. So I want to thank everybody for coming on. As always, everybody have a good night. Be safe. Stay tuned for tomorrow night, live at 5. We have a lot more coming. Chris says, first grade, 2 slices and a can of Coke for me, and my mother's was $1. We split the can of Coke. Listen, I remember I used to go get cigarettes for my mother. There was what was it? It was like 20 cents a pack. 20 cents a pack. And if you buy 2 packs, 35 cents. And I forgot the name of the candy store that was selling it. I used to go running in and get it and come out to the car, give her cigarettes. So everybody have a good night. Gulf, good night. Big Arms, John. We have Marv Ellen, good night. I'm interested in investing in Crypto Nostra, but I don't have a lot of money. You don't need it. You don't need it. Just bet $5, $10, $20, whatever you could afford. Just like with Bitcoin. Bitcoin exploded. You never know what could happen. And if it doesn't go up, you don't lose much. So $5 or $10, that's all you have to put in. So, but it'll start going up. We have a lot of things coming out, a lot of good things. So you'll see. Thank you for all the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And hope everybody has a great night. Patrick, good night. Gills, good night. Wise Guy Cynthia, much love, good night. Johnny Privalone, good night. Dan F, good night. Philly Bob, good night. Have a great night. People, Mr. Bombastic, thank you for coming on. Have a good night. Thank you for all the contribution. Wasn't necessary. We're a family here. I'm okay, but thank you. Lefty, good night. Craig, what's that? Seamus, good night. Nancy, Nicole, good night. Thank you for coming on again. 77 The Truth. Francisco, good night. Much love, everybody. Peace out.